Yeah, so let's dive right into it. So I'll kind of do the brief, but feel free to kind of pitch in and refresh each other's memory because it did pass. We did take some time since the last meeting. So um, you were basically doing three things in parallel. One, you were trying to kind of uh, fix the issue with the people who were hospitalized against their will in a mansion that was controlled by two noble people, and they have been in contact with the high priest, who is sort of a big an important character in the city of Burdosk. So that was kind of one thing that you did, and it all started when Enhal, one of his friends, tried to kind of reach out to him and got arrested and hospitalized in that place. So that was one thing. The other thing is on the way to Burdosk, you kind of visited a village that seems to be um, swarming with undead. You went there in order to take the sword again, Enhal, that I think was in Enhal's possession, and you wanted to kind of convert it or bless it. It was dedicated to Merkel, and you wanted converted to something a little bit more suiting for this party. So at that place, there was a city or a small village swarming with undead, and he also got a sense that something is off there. I think there was a sending stone involved, pointing towards that place. So you visited that place. You had some dealings with a woman called Keria. She seems to be a cleric of Merkel, and it seems she was also looking for Anhal again for some reason. And you investigated that small village, and you realized that she is working with someone named Morvath to create some sort of a new breed of undead. And you decided not to kind of take a direct path and confront her as this. It seems like she has a lot of minions around, and she herself is probably powerful. So you decided to kind of retreat and think again about the way to tackle that. She did offer Anhal and the entire kind of group to open a box together. She has a box that she believes Anhal has the key for, but you decided to kind of skip that, if I remember correctly. So that was the
key.
what?
We hide the key
Yeah,
in
Yeah.
Lythron's bags.
correct.
Right.
I stole the key from you.
You stole it. Oh.
Yes, and then I gave it back to you later after the encounter with her, so you didn't like end up giving it to her.
Yeah. And in between, there was some political game going on in Burdosk between Lady Sileria, who is kind of the Lord Mayor, and the High Priest. And she basically wanted to kind of have a trial. It seems like the High Priest was using his influence to convert a lot of the city militia into his creed. And she was afraid that she would be losing control of the city, and the whole deal with the hospital and everything that happened there allowed her to kind of conduct this trial, and through it she wanted to basically make sure that the let's call it this way, the temple is less attached to the city rulership. So she basically wanted to find the right judge and the right jury, and you helped her in all that to kind of make sure that the trial is biased toward her goals, which you succeeded.
The trial is unbiased.
Yeah, well, depends on how you look at it, but yeah. So you found the judge. The trial was successful, and she regained control of the city. Or maybe let's say she kind of strengthened her hold of the city council. So this is kind of the three things that happened, and again, we all aware that there is kind of a story above and beyond. Cultists are raiding communities everywhere in the Sword Coast and beyond. You were on your way from Greenest to El Turel and to Baldur's Gate and maybe even to Waterdeep in the north. Berdusk is just a stop along the way, but here you are, and involved in all those shenanigans. Did I miss something super critical? Or something that you guys want to kind of note?
I don't think there's anything like critical. Go
I
ahead.
think the Harpers are
Whatever.
after me.
The what?
Maybe the
Correct.
Harpers.
Yes.
Yes. You met privately. We don't know it, but you met with the Harbors, and the Harbors were looking for some really handsome guy for some reason, just because he's handsome and talented. I don't know who it is, but some handsome, talented guy. Since he had kidnapped a noble's daughter and maybe killed her or something. So yeah, and you said no, you wouldn't give up this handsome bard because he's so handsome. But you did get
No,
him
of course
to
not.
tell his story about how he grew up in a cult, and he did recruit, invite people into the cult, not knowing that it was a cult.
But then I remember my conversation with the leader of the, or at least some size of leadership in Berdusk of them.
Yep.
Told me that there's probably gonna be a kickback from just dropping this mission, especially because they know you're riding with me. So there might come out of the woodwork at any moment.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure you haven't shared that with any of us.
Nope. Maybe I should actually at some point send that email.
You wrote a memo somewhere. It's our fault for not seeing it.
Yeah, just I sent it at the wrong time. Nobody read it. All right, well, that's my thing for now.
We did get the sword like totally cleansed and holy now for Inhal, with the judge and killing the undead and
I want to see
water.
that sword.
Yeah.
Hit something.
Yes. So, if I remember correctly, just trying to kind of find a way. Anyone remembers the name of the inn you are staying at? I keep losing the.
It was full of paladins, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it was the Holy Justice Order Inn, with the half-orc servant slash cook who made what, muffins or something
Donuts.
for
Donuts.
donuts. Yeah.
With sprinkles.
Yeah. I've had too much wine here, so I can't remember like the details like that.
Yeah, I'll find it eventually.
Yeah, and we did talk about, we had reported in about what we found in the mines with the whole undead thing.
No, you didn't.
We reported that to the lady.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did. Or maybe we just planned on doing
Yeah,
that.
I think that you decided exactly. I think that you decided to kind of take the rest, and you were discussing your next steps, but I don't think that you reported to anyone actually.
Maybe I'm remembering it wrong. And we did know that the like other leader, other than Kira or whatever she was called, the one that was leading the group at the mine, the necromancer, he was in the college, a professor there. We did get his name, I believe, so we could go meet with him if we wanted to. But we wasn't quite sure if we wanted to confront someone who controlled like an army of undeads.
Yeah.
Maybe if we talk to the druids about fighting the necromancers in the town up north and everything goes well, we can take that momentum and then take it up to this professor guy if we need to.
There was also the other professor guy that we could talk to if he's out of the asylum and in his right mind now. with the dragon prophecy or the dragon thing. That was
Should we go to
why we
Baldur's
came to
Gate?
this town. We came to this town because of that professor in
Yeah,
the first place,
yeah.
like
He's
10 sessions ago.
yeah. His name is Gregory Sunmeadow. He is a. Well, you were basically looking for like the dragon back then told you to find him in Burdosk, and then pointed you even further away to El Turel to kind of piece another part of the prophecy that he was allowed to kind of share with you. So yeah, that's also an option. So a lot of options.
Yeah, I believe it was a book in Elturel
Correct.
that the dragon mentioned.
Correct. What's it? Maybe this one.
But I Kedrick is just like, if we should just like report it to the lady, tell it about the druid,
Oh,
and then they can deal with the zombies.
Yeah. The inn
Yeah,
is
they,
called.
yeah, they can deal with the zombies.
The inn is called Sign of the Silver Sword. Ooh, found it.
All right. Yeah, let's just head straight. No need to dilly dally here.
Yeah, but maybe we should talk to the professor to see if he's recovered from his stay in the insane asylum.
Yeah. Getting in there.
It's
Can we
just
just
the
walk
college.
in now?
It's the College of Law. I've been there. I was a student.
All right, then let's just go there.
Okay.
But I mean,
I
about
assume we can
getting
arrange the
the.
meeting there.
Has the professor come out of the insane asylum?
Yes, I mean the place was taken over by the local militia. All the prisoners have been released, and the two nobles, like the Dursts that were controlling that place, they left town.
All right. Well, let's just try to find this guy. He's somewhere around the city.
So
After we talk to
do we report to
lady.
the lady first, or what do we do?
Yeah, let's go to report to the lady then, and tell her what's going on.
All right, let's go. I'm going.
Okay. So the city hall is teeming with action as you kind of walk in. It seems like there's a lot of re-energized atmosphere in the city. It seems like the lady is trying to kind of clear the streets and gather the militia again, make the roads as safe as possible. Patrols are being organized, supplies are being sent and imported. You do recall that she has made a deal with one man, a person called Renari. So it seems like whatever that deal is kind of working. It seems like a lot of caravans and merchants are streaming into the city and starting to sell their merchandise, and like a lot of the people seems to be welcoming of the new chaos. Let's call it this way. The high priest was very rigid in the way he kind of, or in a way he tried to kind of manage the city. You find the lady in the company of two people, one of them kind of bearing the ranks of a captain, wearing a plate mail. He is rather tall, broad shoulders. His plate armor is has the color of silver tarnished with a little bit of purple. And it seems like he's holding a ledger, and they're talking about securing the routes and diverting forces here and there. And behind him, there is a young red-haired woman who is wearing light clothes. She also looks like the military type, but the most exceptional part about her is kind of the huge bow that she's carrying on her back. And as you kind of stroll into the hall, the lady kind of her gaze kind of finds you, and she looks at you with a smile. Mel, I'm so happy to see you.
Hi there. We're back, and we have news. And well, we're willing to share the news, but we're not sure if you want us to everybody to hear our news.
She smiles and she nods to the captain, Kaylin, Anya, and they kind of salute and walk about, and then she takes you to her favorite chamber. Again, food is being brought, a little bit of wine, pineapple juice for the
Wow. Chocolate juice. Nice.
and she looks at all of you and says, like, you look traveled. Is everything okay?
Well, we saw the zombies.
She kind of zombies.
And similar things.
Yeah,
mines.
a cleric of Merkel riding on a wyvern in a mine at, and I mentioned the village name that I don't remember, but I'm sure
Morvath.
Getrick remembers.
Yeah, Morvath is the name you've heard.
Yeah, Movath, the small village like less than a day north of here.
You must be talking about Eldoria. I didn't hear any reports coming in from that place. But what do you mean?
Well, the entire population is more or less mindless zombies,
And this
and
is
they are working in the mine.
the work of a miraculite.
One of them, there is also a necromancer creating all these zombies.
And they're
together.
mining for this. I think I got a piece of this stuff that they're mining.
Yeah, it's kind of iron
And they're mining
ore.
for this here. See?
She kind of takes the ore, which kind of is basically an iron nugget, and she looks at you and says, "Someone is building an army in my backyard."
It seems that way. I had a bit of a look around, and I mentioned like the rough layout and like a estimated number of how many zombies I saw.
She looks at you and nods. This is not good news. I'll have to divert a lot of. And she looks at you. Anything else that you saw or found that might be of use? I don't want to send my people.
Yeah, the people there, I don't know if you want to still call them that, but whatever, let's just call them that. The people there, they seem to be like, I don't know, hive-minded or something like that. So we talked to one of them, and everyone of the village looked at us. Oh, that was almost as spooky as my aunt's place.
They
Is
say
this-
might
They are
have been
going
infected by this disease that's been going around. The druids might have mentioned it or reported about it.
And it seems that they are going under a transformation that it's not complete for everyone. Some of those people can be saved.
She looks at you and says, "Thornback, the druid did mention that they fought some sort of a wyvern infected with some disease. He was bitten and
Yeah, we did that. Not they. Well, they were there, but and so it doesn't matter. Just details. Yeah, the wyvern. Exactly. We fought it,
okay.
and then we extracted the thing stuff. I don't know. Eldritch essence.
She opens the door.
Out of it.
She opens the door and calls in Captain Kalen, and she introduces him to you all. Captain, these are the people I told you about, the ones who helped us with the trial, and they have come from Eldoria saying that the place is in turmoil. Would you be able to dispatch a small, and she looks at all of you, small group of scouts to kind of figure out what's going on there exactly. And she opens kind of a drawer, puts up like a piece of paper and some drawing like pencils, and looks at you. Can you please just outline what's where and where is the entrance to the mine so the dear captain can send his scouts?
So we
Yes,
try to-
of course. Just be aware that the population in the village is infected, controlled, high mind somehow, and they are sort of acting normal. So if you just observe from a distance, you'll see them doing everyday tasks. But it's just like mechanical zombie-like.
Okay.
And during the night, they go into the mine. And if you get close and disturb them, then they all act as one.
She collects
And they
yeah.
have two kinds of zombies. The regular ones, I don't know if they're regular, just one kind, and then the other kind, and they can do weird stuff like climb on walls and ceilings and jump and stuff.
She looks at the captain and says, "You probably want to visit the tower and talk to Thornbark about it." The druid, he kind of looks at her like questioningly, and she says, "The druid," and he kind of nods.
Yeah. Some of the
let's
zombies we thought seemed worse than what I heard from stories. Some of them were moving rather quickly, had different weird abilities. And the cleric Kira we talked to there did mention something about helping enhance, run the place better, I believe.
Her eyebrows kind of rise as she said, as she asks, "Talked to her?"
Well, yes, she wanted us to surrender, but we managed to disengage from the confrontation.
what she wanted was a favor from us. She wanted to open a chest with a key we have, and we tactically retreated uh, with this leverage, and we just saved our skin from her. Uh, but still, she needs us to open a box. We don't know what's inside of it, and if someone goes there, maybe it's a good idea to retrieve it.
I think you did well by decided not to open whatever she suggested that you open. Do you have any plans to stay in the city for long?
Well, I thought we were going to Baldur's Gate to catch the Fey imposters.
Yes, right, yes.
Lord Westgate, I think his name was.
Then I
wrote it down.
I suggest you put as much distance as possible between you and that cleric, especially if she wanted you to do something for her. I will send my people to make sure that.
Right. So do you have travel funds for us?
Where are you headed? Elturel?
Well, Baldur's Gate.
So she opens a map of the region, and asks you, like, how do you want to do this? Do you want to travel north? Do you want to take the road? Do you want to take the river?
I don't know. Do you have flying carpets?
She smiles and says,
we should probably take the road, but avoid that village to Elturel, and from Elturel we could probably get a boat to Baldur's Gate. That's probably the quickest way from Elturel.
correct. So in this case, yes, I have. We have a ton of merchant caravans that are traveling north and south between the two cities. So I can probably arrange you a ride with one of those caravans. Would that be sufficient?
Well, how quickly and how often are they going?
she opens another drawer and puts out this huge book and starts to kind of flip through it, and says, I think that tomorrow morning there is a caravan that is supposed to arrive, unload, and then head back. I can probably get you a seat on one of the carts that is headed. Well, they're headed to Cornwall, but you might find a ferry or a small boat there to El Turel.
All right. So
So what are they
Oh, my-
transporting? Anything that's going to be attacked?
Oh no, it's mostly supplies, maybe arms, maybe food, drinks, fabric, floor.
I don't remember, but didn't we have like a couple of horses that we
Yes,
stole way back in the
still
cult
have them.
scam?
Yeah, you still
We
have
can
them.
we can bring him.
Still have them.
Yeah, it might be
No
faster if we
problem.
could just go by ourselves. More
But
stealthy if people are after us.
We're safer with a caravan, though.
Yeah, and it is comfortable riding in a wagon, drinking wine. You convinced me.
well, if it's a comfortable, what kind of wagons are they? Do we have
Well,
a queen's carriage or
it's,
I don't
fairy
know
queens?
about that.
these are not
Maybe we can lay on
carriages.
some hay or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can.
these are not carriages.
Right.
But it should be more comfortable than riding a horse. But totally, totally up to you.
Are you sure you have no
Yeah.
carpets?
Unfortunately, not.
Just
Do
more
you know
interesting.
the name of the merchant you're planning to assign us to? Maybe
Uh,
she has a company or something.
She flips through all the like kind of the ledger. The name is yes, but I need to kind of find it.
Renari.
Oh God, this guy again.
No. The merchant's name is Aldor Ernpol. I think I'm reading it correctly. Just wait, my glasses.
Could you copy
Aldor
paste?
Ernpols.
Thank you.
I'll write it. Yeah, something like that. Poles. So Poles. Aldor Poles. I'll write it up. Aldor
Yeah, that sounds good. That's about right.
Poles.
All right, Older.
Does he work for a company or is he an individual?
As far as she's aware, he is a free. How does it called? Like not associated with a company.
Independent merchant.
Independent merchant, exactly. So he should
Well,
be.
thank you so much for arranging this.
He should be unloading a ton of things and picking up a couple of passengers on the way to the north. So if you want, I can get you a seat there on behalf of the city. So no expense from your part.
How generous. Thank you so much. And so we meet other people there? Other passengers?
I'm assuming so. Yes.
Oh, how nice.
So let's finish our businesses in town and let's hit the road tomorrow. Thank you very much, lady. And I bow.
Hmm.
Thank you
Okay.
very
Yes,
much.
I wish you all the best with the trouble surrounding your town.
Where are you planning to stay in Baldur's Gate? So I can send you a message about whatever I find in Eldora.
What do you recommend? Maybe we can check in with your recommendation.
She kind of smiles and says, well, you could check in with Renari, but something tells me that you won't. she
I heard little Kalimshan is nice.
she kind of blushes a little bit. Sure, but I'm not sure it's and then she kind of takes it back a little bit. Well, I was going to say age appropriate, but
Maybe they have flying carpets.
oh, that might be so.
Ha!
So check. She basically says that the most popular for people of your kind, of your demeanor, is the Elf Song Tavern, and she says maybe since Mal is connected to the Fey Court, maybe the Elven ghost will honor her with a song there. They say
Oh, that would be.
they say that only on special nights and for special guests, there is an elven ghost that's roaming the corridors there, and sometimes she sings a lovely or sad or melancholic song, but it doesn't happen a lot. So,
Well, we can check if Future Witch Queen applies as special.
she smiles and says, "Sounds like a plan."
Well, thank you so much for that.
She nods. And as you kind of go out, Kedrick, you kind of recall where the Starry College is located, and you remember it as a kind of a modest building in a quiet corner of Burdos, closer to the northern wall to the west side. And you kind of take your friends in the streets of the city. Again, as you kind of move from an alley to a road to a street, a lot of people are out, shops are open, people are in and out, and there's also kind of a lot of adventurers moving in and around. Hired mercenaries sell swords. Seems like there's a lot of things to do in the city with the renewed trade and the promise of gold to anyone who is willing to come in, come out, import, export, etc.
Yeah. While I'm guiding them there, and we are at like a quiet place, I will say if there are people after us, like a blue dragon or a cleric of Merkel, maybe we shouldn't announce like our way of travel, where we're staying, quite so openly. It might be in our best interest to just head out by ourselves, like maybe in the evening, early morning hour, just slip away quietly, and not go to any inns that other people recommend.
So we could say we just laid false tracks.
If we are being hunted by whoever is after us, like that blue dragon, I don't know how we can avoid that if it really wants to hunt us down, or hunt some of us down.
So,
Looking
Kendrick, you
at
suggest
Eliathon,
that we borrow some horses in the night and leave?
we have some horses.
We have two, if I recall correctly, right?
Yeah, the Eliathon is light and Mel is light, so we can double up.
Okay. Sounds safer, though a lot less convenient to travel by ourselves.
Yeah, yes, very.
Well, if we're not eaten by the blue dragon, it's more convenient in the end.
Sure.
Or being attacked by a lot of zombies led by a cleric of Merkel that wants somebody's key.
That could
I don't
fly.
like
So,
zombies.
I lower my voice and I say, since someone may be already watching us, let's discuss this in the inn after we finish our jobs here.
Definitely.
Yes, I can help disguise us if we want to appear less like ourselves.
So we need to
Nothing
buy something
magical,
for that.
just a bit of like makeup, a wig.
Awake?
Your hair do stand out, Mel. Like your beautiful hair is
That's
like
the whole point.
everybody. Yeah, but everybody who sees you will remember you.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Maybe just a hood for you,
Oh,
or like a
okay. A
beautiful
red one.
scarf.
A
beautiful.
red one.
Yeah. We could. Yeah, I'm sure we could get you a red
And a
hood.
basket and a wolf, please.
We could do the basket, but I'm not sure about the wolf.
Maybe we
Trained
can
wolf.
disguise the horse as a wolf.
We can buy you a tail wolf.
Yeah,
Yes.
but I will settle for the hood. It's a good idea. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to throw
So
us off track.
will you also buy costumes for the party tonight while we're here?
Costumes, party. I forgot something.
We're in the
I
middle
can
of
just use
town.
my I can get some more costumes. I don't have to use a spell slot for shape change.
I
New
do have a
look.
disguise kit, but
I would like a wig.
I can disguise myself.
All right,
yeah,
then
we've seen you do that before. But how
I'll go get a
long does it
disguise
last?
kit.
Oh, not so long. Like as a disguise kit.
The fake nose I put on you will last a lot longer.
Well, I want to
And I
buy
think I'll make your
some.
hair gray.
I'm thinking that I need to buy some things to try to disguise all this armor on me, not to be so obvious that I'm armed and dressed like this. So I will just try and go and find some oversized clothes, something that can hide the armor and all those things without me having to take it off.
Get like a huge poncho,
Yes, something like
just
that.
have a rubber thing.
So yes, and I guess looking around town with all those merchants, I will find something quite easily. I need some clothes for my uncle. He's quite fat.
But let's do that after we meet with the professor.
Okay.
This way. And then I'll continue on to the college.
Okay.
All right, let's go to school.
So you reach the building after like an hour or so of traveling through the streets of Berdaska. The streets are busy. You also took breakfast and a little time to kind of buy all the things that you wanted. And you find yourself in front of this 5 stores building, which is not a fancy building. Let's call it this way. It's quite a wide building. It's unremarkable with its exterior, but Kedrick, you know that the inside of it is kind of a labyrinth of corridors and small rooms. So think about like a music school, but one that is not really successful. Let's call it this way. So that's kind of the impression that you get as you approach that place.
This is where you studied?
Well, I already had a lot of skill before I came here.
Of course.
It was just a place to learn something else and have a glass of wine, and there was a teacher.
Yeah, that's
She
good.
was hot. Like she was the reason. Maybe she was the reason I went there. Like she was like, and after I. Yeah, good Mel. After I go into detail about her and what we did in the cupboard.
So that
How you sang together.
Yes, we sang. We made beautiful music.
So the streets kind of wind, and you find yourself in the small, like unkempt garden that surrounds the building. A big wooden door. There is a painted glass on top of it. A lamp that is currently unlit, and like an iron, knock that you can kind of rattle the door with. And that's it
Rattle.
basically. You can hear from a couple of the rooms people either singing, someone is tuning a violin, someone is working as a percussionist or something like that, but things seem a little bit off, not in tune, not there. So either untalented students, or maybe the place is kind of fallen apart since the last time you visited here, Kedrick.
Yeah. It used to be a lot better. That they lost one of the star pupils, clearly.
Well,
I
good.
will go up
Good you're back.
and but only for a short visit. Yeah, just go up. I assume it's normal to knock on the door as guests,
Yeah.
so I'll knock on the door.
Okay. So you do kind of, the thump 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 on the door, and wait. While you guys are waiting, Mel, you notice something interesting in the way that the building is constructed. So a lot of windows that are basically shut. Some of the windows are open, and from there you can hear the sounds of music and singing. However, at the top floor, there is something that looks like an attic, or something like that. There is kind of a clutter of slanted rooftops, etc. Patches and patches of stone. There is one window that is open, and from it, you believe you can see something like a long tube protruding from it, and the tube ends with what you believe is some sort of a lens. There's all sort of gadgets on top of that tube, and it's currently like pointed down and not up. So it's kind of this weird device at the top of the building.
Oh, what is that for?
I don't know. I don't recognize that instrument. Some weird horn.
Let's check it out.
The door opens, and behind it stands Silas. So, Kedrick, you recognize this old man. He is wearing this, butler outfit. There's some cobweb on his shoulder, and his eyes are dull blue, probably from age. Like he's wrinkled, small, he looks very fragile, but graceful in his kind of mannerism. Probably a dancer or something like that in his past. He holds the door open, looks at all of you, and then his eyes lit up as he recognized Kedrick. Been a long time.
Silas.
Long
Yes,
time.
I'm surprised you're still working here. Well, I guess it hasn't been that long.
I'm surprised you're still standing. I was sure some enraged husbands will find you and put an end to your flirting, and he's about to say something else, and then he watches Mal, and he kind of looks at you like,
What is he talking about, Daddy? grins
Don't
at
mind
you.
her. She's joking. That's I don't have any kids. And then I was like, oh wait, let me just think. No, I'm sure there are no kids. I've never seen a kid.
please, come on, come in, all of you. What
Oh, thank you.
what can I get you? It's nearly lunchtime, but most of the students are still practicing their art, so you might get a first taste of what we have in the kitchen. Come. And he kind of walks you in, and as the door closes, basically everything kind of becomes dark. There, like the windows are so small, and most of them are painted. You almost feel as if you're like entered this tight closet. So the corridors are crowded, shelves with books, pictures. There's a rug, like that covers the entire kind of floor, but nobody dusted it for years. There's cobwebs everywhere. So you find yourself in this musty old place, and you can still hear the music, like like detuned a little bit.
Yeah, the students seems like they're like playing really badly. Like I
Well,
thought this place had better quality.
yeah, but we had some problems when Professor Sunmeadow was hospitalized. So a lot of the students, well, they decided that they don't want any dealing with an institute in which its professors are being held as mentally ill people in an asylum. So that was that. But he's back now, so we hoped for things to improve.
Yeah, it's
Ah.
good. We were actually hoping to meet with him.
Oh, you can most certainly meet him. He's upstairs polishing his new telescope. This is how he calls it. How, he claims that.
Polishing his telescope. Yeah, I get it. I get it. And I'll dodge him.
Bad choice of words.
Did you flirt with his wife too? I whispered to.
Is that you mean the big machine up there or whatever it is?
Yes, he. Well, Professor Sunmeadow, he is our elder astronomer. He claims he could pierce into the astral plane with this new device of his. He's most worried recently. I'm, well, about to bring him lunch. Do you want to join me?
Yes.
Certainly.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so, you, big fellow, head to the kitchen. A loaf of bread, please. You, mister, and he points at you, Lythorn. At the back garden, there are a couple of big cucumbers that you can pick. Just pull them and get here. A little lady, if you would please, the cookie jar is at the closet next to the apple cider. If you can bring a bottle and a couple of cookies. And you, Cedric, he really likes to smoke his cigar after lunch. So you know where the old box is, right?
Of course. I say, yeah, that way.
I'll get the cheese and I'll see you here in 5 minutes.
So we enter the kitchen, I suppose. And I take a big cardboard to cut the bread and some basket to put it in, I suppose.
Okay. In there, you see a gowned man in the kitchen. Just sits there. There's a fiddle in front of him on the table. Two of the strings are broken, and he kind of sits next to it, and kind of with one finger twirls one of the strings. As he watches you come in, he kind of stands up and says, "Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to bother." He picks the fiddle and kind of.
I don't know how to fix instruments.
Yeah, no, you have no idea. The cucumbers look like not amazing.
No?
Yeah, it's like, yeah,
Do I see anything better? Is there anything that's
Some some radishes might that look a little bit more lively. The cucumber maybe didn't get like a lot of sun. So
Is there a store nearby?
outside of the college, yes.
I just run out.
Okay, and
Like-
kind of
Yeah, you
bring a
could
couple of like nice vegetables for a salad or something like that.
Yep. Pick up a disguise kit and and buy some radishes or cucumbers.
Okay. Mel, the cookie jar is as he said, right, to the apple cider. There's also a couple of clay jars full of honey in there. In addition to some like herbs, ginger, mint. It's kind of a section of the kitchen full of, I wouldn't say candy, but you can make tea and herbal tea and all kinds of those. There's no one there at the moment, and you, Kedrick, as you kind of had to get this box of cigar, you do find a couple of students sitting on the tight staircase that kind of leads up, busy with some argument about planar theory.
I just look at them like, is that what the kids are into today? Like, excuse me, coming through here. Like I just shake my head like I used today. I say as a 20-year-old, 21-year-old, 22, something like that.
Yep. So you all meet at the same corridor that you came in through, with Silas holding kind of a slice of cheese, and then you all start to kind of slowly climb the staircase, and as you reach the top, which is basically getting closer as possibly to the attic. The door suddenly flings, slaps the tight corridor. A cloud of dust kind of picks up, and then there's a young woman storming out of the chamber. She is like a pale skin, sort of blonde, small, like built, not a. Looks quite young, and she kind of storms the office, looks at all of you as you head up with all of the food, and then she's like, he just got out of the asylum and he's back to his old habits. I hope all this food stuck in his throat. And then she kind of storms down.
Okay.
Damn.
And Salas kind of smiles at you and says, well, father, daughter, please.
Mm-hmm.
As you go up to the attic, the ceiling is so low that you kind of, like most of you, need to kind of bend a little bit. You can see a place that is basically, so think of a book, like all the pages were turned and then stuck on the, floor, on the ceilings, on the carpet, on the walls. Most of them contain drawings of either clockwork machinery or the anatomy of dragons, like kind of combined in a weird, unsettling way. There is a fragile old man still wearing his hospital clothes, leaning on top of this, device. His eye is stuck into one of the, like there's a smaller tube coming out of the larger device. His eyes is stuck on that. And on his other eye, there is some sort of like strange glass attached to a construct that sits on his head. And he is kind of, touching and fiddling with what appears to be a large crystal ball that is attached to all of this. And as he moves the crystal ball, this thing moves and points to different places. Weirdly enough, it points down and not up, as you would expect, some sort of a far sight device like this one. And Salas says, Mr. San Medio, your lunch is here, and a bunch of students wants to talk to you. And he smiles at you, and
Hello, Professor. It's good to see you again. I'm not sure if you remember me.
and he kind of turns. One of his eyes is kind of shut because of the device, and the other is looking at you very blurrily. And he says, "Did you steal my research?"
No, I think I attended at least one of your classes, maybe two.
Which class was that?
The one about we have your lunch and cigar here.
You have my cigar.
And cookies.
Oh,
Yeah, your
Good.
lunch.
my lunch. Yes. What?
Yes.
I think it's okay. What do you want?
Well,
Talk.
we heard your name mentioned by someone who had a sort of prophecy.
He
Uh,
takes kind of a step back, and you can see he's kind of he fiddles with some lever, and then the thing that kind of blocks his eye lifts up, and for a moment you thought you could see stars kind of move inside the glass, but as he kind of pulls it up, it fades into a simple glass. A prophecy. And he kind of looks around and says, that kind of talk got me into that blasted asylum. What prophecy?
well, the patient at that asylum clearly wasn't supposed to be there. We visited briefly, and we helped get it shut down. It was not a good place. The doctor was the mad one, not you.
I told them that morning, and even after. Even my daughter started thinking that I'm a little bit, But I'm telling
We
you.
can talk to her if you want.
No. I don't want anyone talking to her. She's. However, what's that talk about prophecy? Because I saw things.
I'll nudge Eliathon since it's sort of his thing, and I totally don't remember anything, both in game and out of game.
What did you see?
He says, at first, I pointed it up and I saw a pattern, and it repeated and repeated and repeated. And then I started looking in the books, and it seems like every 10,000 years, the pattern repeats again and causes dragons to go nuts. And this isn't the first time they go nuts. However, one day I came in and my daughter was here and we had an argument, and well, we had a little of a ruffle, and I accidentally stumbled into the astral projector, and I tilted it down, and the same pattern was down also. You know what I mean? I saw.
So it's happening. It's happening here. It's happening now. It's
It's
been 10,000 years. Is that
Te-
what you're telling me?
exactly. And
Oh my.
and something big, dark, horrible is about to happen. And it's all about the dragons. I don't know exactly where or what, but my research, like the notes and all the calculation I made, you know,
Mhm.
planar cosmology is not a thing for the faint-hearted. I worked on it a ton, and it was stolen. And he points at all kinds of places on the walls in which there are missing pages. And he says, someone from this place stole my research. And they're up to something. I'm telling you, they're up to something. And that
Do you have any
something
leads?
isn't good. Well, there were, I have two main, let's call them haters. Well, the Arcane Academy of Waterdeep, they never loved me. They thought my unorthodox methods and focus on the occult kind of, it rubbed against the direction they like to be rubbed, if you know what I mean. They've been here a couple of times. That Star Weaver, yeah, I've sent him away. There's this, ugly man, Grimfiddle. He always looks at me a little bit off ever since I told him he can't go near my daughter. He's also after something. But I have to say, didn't see any of them agents of those academy, and I didn't see Grimfiddle for a while now.
Have you heard about a book called The Ninefold Imprisonment?
Ninefold Imprisonment is, well, he kind of starts collecting pages and all kinds of references and cross references, and he says, from what I've learned, the pattern is about to be recreated in a place, and he kind of unfolds or kind of draws a crude map of the Sword Coast, and he kind of circles the area, I don't know, from around let's say Green Nests to the south, and then up to Dragon Spear in the north, which is a little bit like Dragon Spear is between Waterdeep and Baldur's Gate, and then it kind of circles everything until the desert of Enrock. And he says the pattern is going to be recreated here, somewhere here. That book you mentioned is all about a manifestation zone that is related to dragons. So, if I read this correctly, this map and that book will be able to cross it, and it will tell you where the next pattern is going to hit.
Fascinating.
That book seems important.
Where's it at?
Elturel.
However,
In
if
the
you
House of Wisdom.
if you want to be able to read the book, well, then you'll need this. And he kind of goes to the telescope and kind of fiddles with it, and he uncorks the main lens. And as he shows it to you, you can see kind of stars sparkle inside of it. They move and they shift. And he says, only with this, you'll be able to spot, read, and interpret the pattern. And Grimfiddle doesn't know that this is my secret.
Well, we won't tell him.
Oh, no, you won't.
Could we borrow that lens?
For
We are sort of on our way to find that book.
borrow the lens, eh?
We are interested in stopping whatever is going on.
How do I know that you're telling me truth and that you're not associated with the Arcane Academy or with Grim
Well,
Fiddle?
Swear to the Witch Queen's court.
Sorry, what was
Well,
that?
I can swear to the Witch Queen's court.
Witch Queen.
Yes.
He kind of corks it back and says, I want to see it.
What do you want to see? I know I have something that you want to see. And I pull out the key from the asylum, the ticker, square, triangle, down, up thing.
Yeah.
Maybe you can help me figure out what that is. And if you guess right, I get to borrow the lens.
And he kind of takes it, and then, wait. I saw what you did there. I saw what you did
Well,
there.
I gave you the thing to figure out. Don't you know what it is? Professor?
That mad doctor played with it all the time.
Yes, I know. I took it from him.
He kind of shudders, so that man is free now, eh?
Actually, I'm not sure what happened to him.
Whatever happened to him, every time he touched that thing, I got my skin going all goosebumps. This is evil.
I'm sorry. Do you want me to put it away again?
I want to see the court.
Well, I can show you my book.
Not in the book. Point the damn thing to it. And he kind of points at the...
Oh. You mean you let me look through the thing?
Yes. If you can...
Okay, great. Yes, I will search for the queens, for the princesses at the moment. So how does it work?
You have no idea. Make an Arcana check as you kind of...
No, I mean, how does the device work? What am I supposed to be doing with this thing?
So
you want me to show you something with it, but I don't know how it works. So you have to explain to me.
You place your hands on the crystal ball, your eye on this small tube, and then you simply, focus, and it can basically look into other planes of existence. So all you need is to kind of...
And do I have to have been seeing this before?
No,
or am I just... Oh, okay, and are you serious that you let me use it?
He says, I just want to see the court. If I can see the court, I'll know that you speak the truth. Because none of those dimwits at the academy knows how to operate this thing as pointed to the right place.
Okay. Well, I will look for my great aunt Tasha.
Okay, so while Mel does that, I approach her and give her some bless to help with this.
I don't think bless help with ability rolls. Only attack rolls and saves.
Only attack rolls, it is. Oh, give me a second.
Inspiration, guidance, anybody?
Guidance is what you need.
Guidance, yes.
The cantrip.
No, I don't have guidance, so nothing. Just ignore me.
Can I help making any calculations? Point this thing?
Yeah. Help action?
Yes, you can.
Okay, great.
And I can. Go ahead.
You can? I was just going to roll, so.
So make an take the help action. How does it work? Like, remind me.
Advantage.
Sounds good.
See if I can see.
Okay, advantage on Arcana. So I roll twice and see what comes up. Hang on, where is it? It must be here. 27, natural 20.
Ooh, nice.
I'm looking for Tasha.
Okay. So you kind of fiddle with the crystal ball and fixate it to the right plane. You kind of zoom in and out, and it's like crazy. I mean, you zoom into the astral plane, and then the plane of fire, water. You kind of pierce all the layers of the multiverse until you kind of fixate on a nice looking forest, a nice looking meaning totally alien, but that's the definition of nice for you, and then a hut, and then a room, and then a cauldron, and then all this, think about it like a tunnel vision. Now, Enhal, Eliath, and Cedric, you are aware that something is happening because this device starts to buzz, hum, and you all get kind of pushed and pulled, sorry, as if gravity shifts as Mal is kind of fiddling with the crystal ball. And then you fixate on a woman. You can't see her face because her face is kind of hidden behind this huge hat, and she has a finger inside of a cauldron, and then you can see her head pops up, and only the side of her face kind of looks back toward you, basically. And then you can hear the professor behind, like he starts to dance. Oh, yes, this is it. I'm not crazy. And as you do that, that tunnel vision that you have suddenly becomes distorted as two clawed hands push into your kind of tunnel view, and then the reddish skin of a frog-like creature bends reality into being inside of this tube. So you think about it as if you created a bridge between all those dimensions, and then suddenly something slips in. Now, Enhal, Eliath, and Kedrick, you are all aware of this. I mean, you are seeing this blurry vision of a reddish creature, thorns all around its body. It looks like a frog on two legs, clawed hands, and this thing starts to kind of crawl from wherever is out there into your reality.
Mage armor.
Could I
Man.
grab Mel and just pull her away from the
Make
device?
initiative checks, please.
Oh, sorry
Oh,
about that.
that's not great. 10 for Kedrick.
Okay.
3 for Enhal.
21 for Elias Lorne.
7.
Okay. That's a dexterity. Okay.
Where is it?
Okay, Eliath, what do you want to do? You see this weird thing comes into being, climbing on top of a wormhole, whatever you want to call it, into another dimension.
I am going to heroically run up and cast my first third level spell, Tidal Wave, into that hole where it's coming from.
Ooh, nice.
Conjure up a wave of crashes down on the area. It can be up to 30 feet long, 10 feet wide.
So
10
as
feet
you
tall.
as you run and starts kind of casting the spell, as you are about to push it, you can hear the shriek, the scream of the professor. Don't crack the lens. And then
Perfect.
Hadouken.
Okay, so they have to do a dexterity saving throws, whatever those frog things are.
Okay. Oh, that's nice. Roll a dexterity save for the lens as well.
Okay. Such as the D20.
Yeah.
Natural 20 for the lens.
Nice. You lucky bastard. So you managed to channel the spell and hit this creature that is crawling into reality. So yeah.
It takes 48 damage unless like full, unless it can save its saving throw, bludgeoning damage.
Roll.
Well, the saving throw for the creature, I don't know what. It's a dexterity saving throw it has to make.
Yeah, sure. Roll your damage. No, I'll take no. Like I'll know.
Oh. 14 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And if it doesn't succeed, then it's knocked prone.
Okay. So you fire this thing, the virtual wormhole, whatever, expands, blurts, barfs, whatever you want to call it, two of those toad-like creatures who fall prone in the attic, and then it kind of pops out of reality, and those two things like rise, and then hit their heads on the ceiling, and you have those two huge, slick, reddish, frog-like creatures in the room with you. Both of them seems to be a little bit hurt. Whatever you kind of, fling toward them. One of them has a broken arm, the other one has a broken rib, and then they exhale, and then you can see those injuries heal. Like the arm snaps back into its place, the rib is kind of not cracked anymore. And then they pull out their sharp nails or claws and go into a frenzy. So Eliath, one of them rushes to you, tries to claw you twice, and then bite your head off.
Fuck.
So the two claws, the claw. One claw is a 19 to hit. The other one is a... Ooh, sorry, that's not a 19. That's a 21, and the other one is a 19.
All right, I'm gonna cast shield.
Okay.
Bringing me up to 21.
Okay, so there was a 21 there, and then the bite is a miss. So, like sparks go as that creature kind of hits you, and then the one of the claws kind of goes in. I need you to... So that's 7 points of piercing damage. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right. Come on. Nat 20.
Okay. So this thing, as it scratched you, from one of its claw, you can see a small red egg that it tried to inject into you, but since you kind of moved fast enough, this thing falls on the floor, wiggles a little bit, and then explodes in a tiny bubble of blood. So that was one of the creatures. The other one looks at the professor and kind of approaches it slowly, and then like opens its mouth larger and larger and larger and larger. So this is it. And the professor simply vanishes in a cloud of blood, like blood everywhere, legs here, an arm there, head torn off, like all the pages of the book like splattered with blood. And then this creature kind of turns around with one of the professor's arms in his mouth.
Delicious. Good.
Kedrick, what do you want to do?
Yes. I'm feeling peggy, so I take one of the cookies, have a nice snack, and sit down and say, enjoy the show. No. I am horrified. Well, I didn't. I moved towards Mel to try and pull her away from this contraption, hoping that it would close it, but that's obviously way too late. And then I'll just, as a bonus action, I'll look over at Mel, like, Mel, you know about things like this. Figure it out. I believe in you, and give you bardic inspiration.
Awesome.
And then I'll. Uh, yeah, I'll the one who just killed the professor. I'll look at that and then I'll whisper some medical words into its ears, and it has to do a wisdom save or take a lot of psychic damage.
Okay.
And I'm casting that as a 3rd level spell.
It looks at you, and you feel that whatever you kind of push toward him is being pushed back. So you are like immediately becoming aware that this thing not only is telepathic, but also highly magic resistant.
Oh no.
So whatever that spell was, it kind of shakes it off.
It does damage. It still take half damage, I believe. Let me
Okay.
just double check. Yeah, half damage. It's pretty good damage, but it's a total of 22 psychic damage, but that's just, yeah, with the
11.
save, it's down to 11.
Okay, good.
And it doesn't have to run away from me from hearing this horrible thing I whispered about his mother.
Yeah, so its
Happy.
2 eyes are kind of, they blink, not in sync. And then it's Mel's turn.
I will also move over to the door, and if Silas is still in the room, like, just push him out of the room.
Okay, he's pushed. You're muted, sorry.
What are we doing? Retreating? Okay, it's my turn.
And you do have the bardic inspiration for D8
Yes.
to
Thank you.
any check
Thank you
if
very
you want
much.
to use it.
Yes.
You have it for 10 minutes.
10 minutes. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm still at the telescope thing.
Yes.
Okay, I use my 3rd level spell, my new 3rd level spell. I always wanted to try it. I was planning on trying it in a different way, but I'm Tasha. I'm the niece of a distant cousin, and I'm sorry to disturb you, but you have to help us right now. Use sending spell.
So remind me what it does. Sorry.
But just what I just said is going to be a message that she hears, and since she already saw me basically or noticed me, and with the sending, you technically from the spell description you don't have to say who you are because the person who receives the spell knows kind of magically who you are. So, but I said it anyway, and I just ask her for help, and I'll owe you. I'll do your job for you.
Okay. The virtual wormhole kind of expands for a second, and then what appears to be a human hand, like a skeletal human hand, coated with what appears to be like spider webs or something like that, is kind of blurted out of the wormhole at your feet. It appears to be a wand of some kind.
Okay, I take it.
Mhm.
Pointed. Abracadabra.
Okay.
I used inspiration, whatever it's good for.
Okay. Just a second. Oop.
If I can do all that in this round.
So, blah 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 blah. Ooh. Da, 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 da.
And I'm your biggest fan, by the way.
Okay. So this wand, it's basically a wand of entangle. So you can spend a slot or charge, and you can cast the entangle spell to kind of, grow spiderweb out of the ground and kind of maybe get those things to be slowed a little bit.
So the sending uses the regular action. I can probably object interact and say something, which I already did, and move out of the way and get into position. That's probably all I can do this round.
Yeah.
Oh, I can bonus action. What is entangle? Dexterity saving throw?
I think.
Oh,
Probably.
but it doesn't go against saving throws, just skill checks.
Okay. And Hal, as Mel tried to kind of reorganize herself, sorry.
Yes.
What do you want to do?
Entangle is a strength save, and I will mention like they seem resistant to magical things when I cast my spell.
So right now we have Mal get out of the telescope. The telescope is still here with the lens on it, and the professor is dead. So what do we do? Well, I'll try to be the tank of the party and try to avoid getting my friends hit by those things. I stand in front of the herited one and try to swing a hit on it in an attempt to try and make it leave, maybe. So, should I roll an attack?
Yeah.
Mere 11.
And 11 doesn't cut it. So the thing has like a very thick natural armor, it seems. Do you have a second attack? Not sure.
Yes,
Okay.
I have a second, which is a 22.
22 definitely hits.
And it takes 6 damage. Slashing.
Remember, you can also smite.
And let's smite it also. Yes, why not? Which is, I don't ever find smite here.
And so I was trying to be helpful. Just so advantage spells and magical effects. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, smite is a 2d8 for a first level spell, or if you use a second level spell slot, it's 3d8. And if these are fiends, then they take an extra d8.
Well, I casted it first level.
Okay.
And it's a 5 with 2 d8s. I don't know what kind
And
of creature
isn't it
it is.
an extra d8 for being fiends?
These are not fiends.
Oh, they're not?
No.
Oh, right,
So,
yeah, fiends is only a
clarify.
specific kind of demons.
Okay,
Devils,
so
thank
you managed to kind of...
Yeah. And I shout as hard as I can. I don't have thaumaturgy or something like this. Everyone get out of the college. I want to protect the students who can hear me from here, if there is anyone.
Okay. So you managed to cut the creature. It like its blood is green as it falls on the floor. It kind of sizzles a little bit, and the creature, like again, blinks with without synchronization of its eyes, and it seems a little bit confused by the attack. And we are back with
Like it
Goliath.
wasn't expecting us to be
Exactly.
attacking it.
Oh, not attacking it, but not expecting you to be a threat.
Okay.
Goliath.
Okay. So, seeing what's going on, then I'm gonna use Rhyme's Binding Ice, second level. Yeah, just regular second level on them. Mostly just to freeze them on the ground if I can. And they have to do a Constitution saving throw.
That's one. This is the second. Both of them succeeded as they are kind of shaking the effects of magic.
Damn. They only take they take 10 damage, but I guess half if they're resistant. Cold damage, and also half because they succeeded. So I don't know what that leaves.
Yeah, just we have it once, I think. So at this point,
Oh, and then I run out. Like I run out.
okay, so at this point they are looking at each other, and then one of them is running to the huge telescope, simply grabbing it and starts yanking it in order to kind of tear it apart. However, it failed its strength check, so it's still struggling with it. And the second one is attacking Enhal. So that's 2 claws. So 19 was the high roll. The other one didn't hit. I'm not sure if 19 hits also.
19 hits.
Okay, and the bite. Ooh, it's a natural 20. So let's start with the claw. The claw is 4 damage, 4 piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as it's trying to lay an egg in you. However,
6.
oh, okay, nice. However, the bite, that's a rough one. So that's a lot of d4s. Just a second. That's what?
Oh, that hit. Yeah, never mind. Actually, wait. I will distract it with some cutting words. I can distract and lower the damage it does.
Okay.
I will do that. Oh, 2 less only, but 2 less point of damage.
Okay, so that's a 14 points of piercing damage out of that bite.
Ah, my aunt could hit harder than this.
Yeah, and you don't kind of
I do.
you don't feel very well. That scratch starts to kind of burn, and you feel something like itchy inside of it.
Well, it's some kind of poison or some kind of a disease.
You can treat it as a disease.
So I'm immune to diseases. Can I?
It's not really a disease, but it feels like a disease.
Don't worry, nothing bad will happen. Have you ever seen Alien?
Exactly.
Nothing
Yeah.
bad will happen. It's just a small tadpole in the chest.
Yeah.
No
Wait,
problem.
we can cut it out and I can use it as a spell component.
Exactly. Kedrick, what do you want to do?
Yes. Guys, I'm not sure we can handle these. I'm assuming they don't really look hurt from all of this, like all that much yet.
What?
These creatures, they don't look very hurt, right?
One of them is kind of bruised a little bit, but you notice that every time they kind of shudder a little bit and they heal a bunch of their wounds. So it seems like
Yeah. Maybe we should try and get out of here, guys. Would it be possible to me to like sleight of hand stealthily approach the one who is trying to tear apart
yeah.
lens, or not the lens, the Farseer
Yeah.
machine,
Yes.
and just grab the lens, just the lens.
Make a stealth check.
Come on, that's not great. A 13.
Let's see. He's really busy with the lens. So a what? A 13?
13. Yeah.
Yeah, he
13.
actually managed to, like, he's not very smart or intelligent, so he's kind of trying to kind of wiggle that so he can make
Yeah.
a sleight of hand check.
Oh, natural 20.
Nice.
So,
Lens is in your hand.
Good. I think it's time to GTFO. So I'll just disengage with my action and move out, and then like, okay, come on, Inhel. You got this. Protect our back. And inspire you, Inhel.
Okay.
Might as well use these inspirations.
Mel, what do you want to do?
Well, I want to try the wand, of course.
Okay.
I will use it on the one doing the thing with the telescope.
Okay.
Or if it's an area of effect, I will. Well, I'm not sure. If Anhal is engaged with the other one in melee, I don't want to affect our paladin. So
Yeah, you can. It's kind of a 20-foot square, but you can start it from so spider webs kind of rise and kind of crawl on the thing, on the carpet, on the wall, and then they need to succeed with a saving throw. Let's see. How does this work? So, are you trying to get both of them or just one?
well, if it's possible without getting our paladin, then I will try both.
Okay. So you managed to get one stuck, but it's not the one rattling the farseer. So the spider webs kind of stick to it. He's currently, or it is currently restrained, and he's like starts to kind of push and pull against it. But the other one is free.
Okay, great. So hang on.
So next in, like, unless you want to do something else, Anhal is next.
Yes, go ahead. I have to check something, but it's not going to make a difference for what happens next. So I can check it while Anhal goes. Please go ahead.
Anhal, what do you want to do?
So the one with the telescope is the one that got caught, right?
No, the other one.
The one that I'm really with. Okay. So those things don't understand language, right? I can tell that they don't, or at least some language I can speak.
Exactly.
Okay. So I try to disengage and try to leave with Mal out of the room.
Okay.
If you wanted to attack, you do have advantage now since it's restrained.
Okay.
If we wanted to try and kill these.
Well, I'm almost half in life, and with two of you out of the room, no. I
Okay.
stick to the first one.
Okay, so Cedric and Enhel are out. Mal, what was your decision?
I was going to Misty Step next to it and have my bag eat it.
Okay. But that's on, like, next turn. So Enhel moved. Okay, we're back to Eliath.
I'm gonna begin my blade song with a bonus action, and again, I'm gonna try to just freeze them into place before running out of the door with Enhel and.
Okay, so you want the other one, the one next to the telescope?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a
con save.
Succeeded. Took off the effects. It's
I
still
run-
it's still 5 damage.
Oh, no, it's 4 damage.
Okay. Okay, so the one which is entangled will try to kind of break free, making a strength check, which was too low. The other one, who is not restrained, will try to break the telescope and will fail. That's interesting. So both of them, like one is still restrained, the other one is still fighting with the Farseer. So this brings us to Cedric.
Yes. Mel, are you coming?
Yeah,
I
I'll
think
be right there.
I think we need to
Yep.
run away from these creatures, and
Yeah. I'll catch up.
yeah, and I'll look over at Silas that I pushed out of the room. Like Silas, is there like an alarm somewhere?
Alarm!
Alarm bells or something?
What's? Is there a fire?
Yes, fire. We need to get everybody out.
Yes, of course. He kind of walks down the hall and like finds this small, rope to kind of pull, and there's like ding, 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 and a couple of students with books starts to kind of another exercise.
Yeah.
So they slowly start to pour out of the classes. Mel, what do you want to do?
So since we're talking about the one restraint that was next to Enhel when they were fighting,
Yep.
there should be an area accessible to get to it without using Misty Step, right?
Yes.
So I just walk over and have my back eat it.
Make an attack roll with advantage.
Gladly so.
It's restrained, so with advantage.
Gladly so. Where's my character sheet? Here. Attack roll. What? With just a dexterity
Yeah, regular.
or proficiency, or what bonus do I get on my roll?
Yeah, it's like you attacked it with a weapon or something like that.
Well, I guess I just
You're
roll
proficient with bugs. Add proficiency 1.
It's /R and then D20, and you need
Oh.
to roll twice since you have advantage.
Yes. /R. 2. Yeah, it can only get better. /R. What, D20?
You can just push up to do the same again.
Up. Ah. Oh no, it was the wrong thing again. I'm sorry, I'm going to get the hang of it. /R. D20. When the campaign is finished, I will be able to do it. 17 plus whatever I can get from dexterity or proficiency, or I don't know. A 17.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Interesting. So you kind of push it on top of this creature. Roll a percentile die, like a D100.
Yes. 95.
Okay. You hear this, and the creature kind of is sucked into the bag, and the bag kind of falls on the floor.
Well, I pick it up. And is everybody else leaving, having left?
Yes.
Yep.
Well, then I guess I missed to step out of the door because it's
Okay.
a bonus action. I can still do it, and then I'm leaving too. But
Okay,
I have my
so
bag full of slop.
so you kind of drop down kind of the or walk down the stairs, and then you can hear this tearing sound, and one of the students basically kind of shouts, "Hey, this giant frog leaped out of the attic with a professor's tube." And like all the students who are in the corridor, including Silas, are kind of looking at all of you. Like,
Get to safety. Get guards.
It's a
Demons.
professor's familiar gone wild.
Devils.
Better get out of here.
okay.
Let's go.
And at this point, your bag kind of barfs an arm of this creature, like, and the arm kind of falls down and starts kind of twitching on the floor, and all of them are
Is
like,
it- Okay, is it twitching and stopping to twitch, or is it starting to regrow itself from itself?
no, it's not regrowing. It's just kind
It's not a troll. Okay. Okay, good. Yeah, well, I'm sorry about this. And I'll just put it back in the bag. Oops. Oh no, I shake out the I take out the vial and shake the egg out of the finger into a vial, and then I put it back in the bag. Put the egg in my
So as Mal is kind of squeezing the arm for the egg and doing this chemistry experiment while all the students are like
Yes, it's
What
Wheel
are
of
you doing?
Fortune.
looking.
I will be rich.
No, I just pick her up and just like run with her.
She's like,
So with this, like, you kind of step down the stairs, and all the students are like this, and Silas is, what's going on? All of them are all like horrified. You can hear the students kind of, is the professor okay? Like, who are those people, and what are they doing here, and etc. And Silas is like, "Ugh."
did you bring the cigars?
I will step up like in front of and address the crowd like if I can have your attention, please. So,
This cannot go wrong. Yeah.
no. Of course it can't. There was a minor accident that happened here. These frog creatures are rather dangerous. So I'm not sure where the one that jumped out went. Hopefully far away and not near any people. But
I cast inspiration. Wait, no, fuck.
yeah, so where's my inspiration?
I-
We all put on our
I blast you with
sunglasses and
ice. I blast you with
everybody
ice
look
to
at
wake you
this.
Yeah.
Just wake up.
Yes, I will pull out my memory eraser
Yes,
and look
yes.
into this. No,
Give me 4 more
I-
levels and I'll build it.
yes, I'm afraid the professor didn't make it.
In time, because he had to leave on urgent business.
All bets are
No,
on you.
these creatures escaped from somewhere dangerous and came in and attacked us.
I will hold with the. I'm not sure if it's a deception or persuasion check yet. I'll make up my mind in the next session.
I'm not trying to deceive people. I'm trying to
Persuade.
calm
Make a po-
people down, telling the truth, sort of, but not the entire horrible truth.
Yep. And at this point, Angel pukes his soul, basically, like. And
And what color
that's
was
right.
it these slards were?
red.
Red.
Oh, red slards. Oh yeah, those are nice, fluffy, friendly creatures.
Yes. So Angel, you definitely feel something kind of moves inside your car. and then you feel really unwell and kind of bleh, let's most of your breakfast out, and all the students are like horrified at all of this scene, with a couple of them looking as if they're about to
Stuff the
flee.
arm back in.
Yeah, flee and alert the guards. Half of them are like, what is this? Like, is this a new stage theater gig? Like, those actors are like really amazing. Like, what's going on here? And we'll see how this evolves next time.
You have all participated in a happening.
Exactly. Good. Okay. I hope you have learned your lessons. I've definitely learned mine.
Well,
Um,
don't look through.
yeah. Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay.
Should I roll a new character for next time?
What?
Should I roll a new
No,
character?
no. With the like with the raid that like we are going through, like in game, it will be like 10 sessions before
Yes.
this tadpole hatch. Don't
Yeah.
worry, it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll,
play the
we'll cut it
cutscene.
out somehow.
We'll cut it out.
We can get a lot done.
We send it to my aunts. They'll get it out.
Awesome. Yeah. So let's update the Excel sheet and see like where next can we meet. So see where this is going. It should be fun.
Yes, fun.
To some.
Yes. Well, I do know you enjoy Alien, so I'm sure that's why you jumped us with these.
Awesome, guys. Thank you very much. Glad to
you.
see you all again. Thank you for doing this with me. And I'll see you soon. Like hopefully really soon, right? So
Yeah.
I'll look at the
Yeah,
Excel.
hopefully.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. Have a good
too.
Bye.
Thank you.
Nice
Yeah,
session.
Have a good
yeah,
week.
really enjoying this.
All the best to you.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.